I suppose I better do a let's play of my favourite game ever. This is actually my favourite fucking game ever! Like, blah blah blah. I first got this game when I was at school. And that was well over 10 years ago. And I played this game so much that I don't really know how I can fail at completing this Let's Play. I hope I get this right. Now, I've practiced this very sadly, but I should be able to get it right. Fuck! Alright, I won't be cocky, I'll do it forwards. How am I going to bloody do this? Boing. This was probably the best Sonic game ever fucking made after, or should I say before Sonic Adventure 2. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy. For fuck's sake. What's wrong with me today? There's a lot of controversy behind Sonic Adventure 2. People say it's good, people say it's bad. The reason why it's good is because it's got good storyline. It keeps you entertained for ages with the Chow. I mean, sure, Tails isn't a machine. Rouge and Knuckles basically play exactly the same. Well, that's actually every character. Sonic and Shadow. There's not much difference between the Dark and Hero characters, blah blah blah. I'm not here to talk about Sonic Adventure 2. I'm here to talk about Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is this game right here. Bollocks. I missed the bubble. I want the bubble. Fuck my face. I just want the bubble. Thank you. I played this game. I played this game for hours, days, in fact. It was my favourite game of all time to play because all three characters, that's Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, they could all get super forms, and Sonic and Knuckles could get hyper forms. Now, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it once. It's Super Tails, not Turbo Tails or Hyper Tails. You cunt! There. That's my rant about Super Tails over. Anyway, back to the game. The special stage. No, the bonus stage, not special stage. Now, for those who haven't played this game, you fucking what? But seriously, this is a bonus stage in which you have to stick to the glowing balls and make your way to the top whilst collecting loads of rings. This especially comes in handy when you have all 7 Chaos Emeralds and you want to get Supersonic early on in the level. These are quite fun. I mean, yeah, they did break the flow of the gameplay. But you don't have to jump into them if you don't want to. See, they're there. The glowing stars appear, but you don't have to jump into them. You can just ignore them and go on. That's why these bonus stages seriously need to come back. Oh, bollocks. I thought that was going to come down and squish me then. Now, for anyone who thinks this is classic Sonic, I don't give a shit what Sonic Generations did. Sonic Generations gave this Sonic a name. And it's like, what? Why Why would you do that? Yeah, Sonic Generations was fun, and it was a nice little tribute. But the only one thing I don't like is that it gave this Sonic a name. It separated the two, but they're just one character. They are truly one character. They're exactly the same. Unfortunately, young minds can't really get that. Young minds think there are two Sonics. That's the only thing about it. The old Sonic, classic Sonic, classic Sonic won't ever be modern Sonic, and modern Sonic won't ever be classic Sonic. It's like, ugh, irritating. But I guess really they had no other choice, considering. Enough ranting. This game is fantastic, and I love the Sonic series. I don't know. When I was a kid, I used to get bullied a shit ton, just like everyone else, really. Probably just like you. If you're a bully and you're watching this, I'm going to come round there and beat you with your own legs. Oh, I did it. Okay. But yeah, I used to get bullied a shit ton, and this game was my escape from all that. Of course, after being taken to the bloody headmaster's office. Because my mother, she wouldn't let a single injury go by. When I came back from school and had a bruise on my eye, or something like that, or I just wasn't talking properly, my mum would instantly know that I'd been bullied, and she would march me straight back to the headmaster's office. I think she would show him the wounds that the fuckers had inflicted upon me, and it would really go on from there. I mean, the school that I used to go to is literally down the road from me. You can see it from one of my brother's window. The back window. It was just a terrible school. Like, it was atrocious. I don't remember learning much from it at all. Because of how much the people bullied me, it distracted me from, like, work and stuff. Oh, I was always fucking distracted from work at school. Because the bullies behind me were just so intimidating. I knew they were there. I knew they were looking at me. I knew they were talking about me. And occasionally, I would get some projectile hurled. It would just go straight past my eye and hit the wall in front. And then the teacher would just turn around and be like, ugh, and then go back to whatever he was doing. So yeah, the school was bollocks. Nobody really did anything about the bullying. It just continued. That was all the way up until year 11. So I started at year 7. And in year 11, things really changed. Because I don't know, I just got sick of being pushed around all the time. So it started with a kid. I was sitting down looking at what lessons I had next, reading it from a book. And some kid had a laser pen. And I think he was he was one of the new kids. I think you guys, if you're American, you call him freshman. We call him the year 7s, obviously. He came up to me, shone a laser pen in my eye and laughed and was like, yeah, yeah! And I sat there for a moment and I was just like, this thought came to my mind. And I was just like, you know what? I've had enough. This isn't going to continue anymore. So I snapped, I got up, I pinned the kid against the wall, and I threatened to kill him if he did something like that again. And there was quite a crowd behind me at that point. So I think, obviously, the word got around that I'd changed and I wasn't taking shit anymore. So when people got me in headlocks, regardless of what they called me, I used to bite them. And I used to bite as hard as I could until they let go. And they would always let go. Because, you know, you're not going to hang on to a kid who's ripping your skin out of your arm. So I wouldn't care anymore. And slowly, the bullying just stopped because I started standing up for myself. At one point, a kid tried to lock me in a computer room, and it was a password-protected computer room. So if you didn't know the code and you got locked in, you were fucked. So I turned around and I punched the kid in the face. That was the first time I've ever punched someone in the face. It was just it was a horrible experience for me, that school. Just wasn't nice. Didn't really learn much, go forwards. All I remember from my younger years is playing games like this. Because this was what distracted me from all that jazz. I guess it's good in a way because if it wasn't for the bullies, I would have turned into some stupid socialite. Like, I don't know. I just don't like people who follow a crowd. Sheep or sheeple. People who are like, oh, this group is listening to that music. I'm now going to listen to that music so that I don't feel left out. And it makes me think, but you can live your own life. You don't have to live the life of society that society expects you to live. Just be your bloody self, for fuck's sake. Don't let people tell you who you should be. Don't let people tell you what music you should and shouldn't listen to. Like, if you listen to Screamo, then fucking listen to Screamo. And if Mother says no, don't listen to that, ignore her. Tell her, alright, you'll listen to something else, but don't. Just fucking lie to her. Because, you know, it's your life, not hers. And at the end of the day, you aren't exactly going to follow her rules when you get to my age or older. So just be your bloody self. That's one thing that I've learned over the years. People have said to me, you're weird. People have said, people have fucking given me the worst insults. And I just, in the end, if you ignore it, I know people say, just ignore it and they'll stop. I know that a lot of people say that and it does sound repetitive. But it does help that if you just turn a blind eye and tell yourself you're unique rather than weird, you'll learn to love yourself eventually. I promise that. Oh bollocks! I don't remember how to do these ones properly, so I just go around like this and then get the last ones. I really don't remember, because I used to be able to break the square by going in a straight line. Not a straight line, in two directions, but now all I can remember... No, there's nothing I can remember. I don't know what I'm saying. Getting my words mixed up. It's probably from that fucking Vietnamese Pokemon game. God, that was... The translations on that. I can't wait to play that again, man. Do you know, one thing that would have worked instead of Sonic Generations would have been a complete remake of this game. Because, you know, this was the peak of Sonic games. I think, anyway. None of that... I'm so sorry. To everyone who stands up for the Werehog, seriously, look at this. Look, see, it says Sonic. Sonic is an abbreviation from Super Sonic. And when he Sonic, you know, it's all about speed. Sonic's speed. And when he turns into a Werehog, he abolishes the entire Sonic thing. He doesn't move fast anymore. It just feels like a different game. I know a lot of people don't mind the Werehog, and yeah, fair enough. It's doing something different with the series. But that was different in a bad way. I think they should have put Werehog Sonic in a game that wasn't, that was a spin-off. I think they should have given Werehog Sonic his own game, because then I think I would have liked it more. I would have picked up Sonic Unleashed and Sonic the Werehog as two different games. And obviously I'd pay Sonic Unleashed more than Sonic the Werehog, but I'd still enjoy Werehog for the fact that it's trying to be different, and it's not forcing you to to do something that you didn't intend to do. I did it again! I bloody ranted about Sonic. See, I grew up telling myself I was the #1 biggest Sonic fan and nobody else could beat me at that. I don't stand by that anymore. I seriously don't. I think it's stupid for me to say that. I was gonna go for him in one hit, but I always fall down that pit. So I'll just fuck him up now. Do 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 do. Fuck you, Robotnik! Ha ha! I love it when he falls down. Where's the capsule? Hey, got it. Yeah, let me show you a little neat trick once Knuckles comes up. Before I end this video, for now. If you mash the jump button and hold left, then I think... Oh! I had the bubble shield! Alright. I think I should end it here. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I'll catch you later.